Gérard Perse of Chateau Pavie was famous for cycling 35 kilometers a day around Saint-Emilion. The Perrin brothers at Beaucastel, big cyclists, a lot of Burgundy guys do a lot of cycling. What is it, do you think, that appeals to somebody who has a winemaker's mentality to cycling?
It's just about love of nature, escape, so self-surpassing. I think when you're a winemaker, always always challenging. In cycling, I think it's the same. If you want to ride a little bit more every time, a little bit more, a little bit more.
Hi, welcome to the Wine Podcast from janeanson.com. I am Jane Anson, and today we are in conversation with Thomas Boudat. Thomas Boudat was born in Langon, which is in the southern part of Bordeaux, in 1994, and he is an extremely successful French cyclist. He's known for both road and track racing, and is an Olympic athlete who was in both Rio and in Paris last year. So he was active right through till 2024. He launched his professional career when he was 16 years old. This is part of our series with athletes. We're trying to speak to athletes who have made a transfer into the wine industry to see what we can learn from their experience in both sides of their careers. Boudat's career was inspired by his grandfather, Joseph Cigana, who was in the Tour de France in 1954. And as I say, he himself joined the French national team at the age of 16. On the track, he won the World Omnium Championship in 2014, and he also won a European title in team pursuit in 2022. Really, it's incredibly successful career, winning multiple events across Omnium, Scratch, Points Race, Madison, Pursuit, one of France's top track cyclists. And he was in 2 editions of the Tour de France, plus the Rio Olympics and the 2024 Paris Olympics. But we're not here to talk to Thomas just about his cycling career. We're here because after the 2024 Olympics, he returned to his family wine estate, Château de Viau in Morennes in Entre-deux-Mers, a really beautiful, beautiful part of Bordeaux. He now runs the estate alongside his brother and his sister. And we want to know about his transition from professional cyclist to winemaking, and if there are lessons that one can teach the other and can teach us. So please join us. If you enjoy this, don't forget to look out for our other podcasts where we're talking about people transitioning into wine after successful careers in sport or elsewhere. One that I can particularly recommend was with professional football player and coach Philippe Trussier. So have a look at our archives for these, and please enjoy this wonderful conversation with Thomas. So Thomas Boudat, I am so happy that you are with us today. You are the second in our series of high-level athletes who are going back into the wine business. And it's something that I find fascinating, this kind of link and what you learn from one field that helps the other. So first of all, welcome.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
So actually, could you tell us a bit about what's happening? We're in September. What's happening at your wine estate today?
We finished the white just yesterday, and we began the red wines with Merlot yesterday, and I don't know how it will continue. Depends on the weather, but we have to finish before the end of September, and after we will have to harvest the liqueur.
Okay, for the sweet wines.
Wines.
This time last year, you were just finished with the Olympic Games. So you got to perform in a home Olympic Games, in the Paris Olympic Games, which is really a dream for all Olympic athletes to be able to practice at home or to do it at home. What's your biggest memory of those games?
I had so much great memories from the Olympics. Maybe the closing ceremony was one of the best moments because I finished the Olympics, finished my career. All my family and friends were in the Stade de France, and it was really incredible. We are not used to make races in such big places like Stade de France, and to have, I think it's 18,000 people were just looking at you, cheering at you. It was crazy.
I bet. I was at 4 or 5 Olympic events last summer, and it was such a successful games and just wonderful.
Yeah.
So I guess one of my first questions is, how do you switch that off? How does it, you've been many, many years in professional cycling and coming back home and working in a wine estate. What's the process that you go through to leave that part of your career behind and come to working in your family estate?
I have always worked with my family, even when I was in my career. I used to come back at the estate to help my parents and my brother and my sister. It was really important for me to come back here. Really, really a lot. Sorry, a lot during my career. It was like a balance, and I needed that to stay in a good mood in cycling. And when I had bad moments, it was really important for me to come back here.
To have that place of retreat to be with your family.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you
And
joined the French national team when you were 16 years old.
yeah,
How,
yeah.
what kind of training did you do to that point? When did you begin cycling?
uh, I started cycling. I think I was 3 or 4 years old. My grandfather rode the Tour de France also, and he put me on a bike when I was really young. And my mother always say I was riding my bike before knowing how to walk. So yeah,
And
and
growing up in Entre-deux-Mers, many beautiful bike paths, many places.
yeah.
Did you have a favorite place in Entre-deux-Mers that you would cycle?
Um, Next to my house, it's next to the chateau. It's really nice. You have Sainte-Croix-du-Mont in front of Sauternes. We have really nice roads to ride with the bikes, also mountain bikes. And when we organize the day after the harvest at the chateau, where we receive so much people, they love this place, love the atmosphere.
And your grandfather rode in the Tour de France. What year did?
It was in 1954, I think.
Okay, amazing. And do you have memories of cycling with him when you were a
Yeah.
child?
Yeah, I started cycling with him. I remember my first training with him, and we were in a city just 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers away from here. And the coach was a friend of my grandfather, and he told me, "Oh, let's go. It's a really nice place. You will enjoy it." And I went to the training with other young guy and girls. And after I think 2 laps, I crashed really badly. And I told my grandfather, "It's finished. I don't want to do cycling
I
anymore."
can never do this again.
Never. And finally, I get back on cycling, and I won my first race, and I won regional races, after nationals races, and after I I came to the national team professional. And
And you said something really important there, that you're at the beginning you remember falling down. In
yeah,
cycling, maybe more than almost any other sport, you have to
yeah,
get used to falling down,
yeah,
getting back up again.
yeah,
Um, Not to be too literal, that is also true in many ways in winemaking. Right now,
yeah,
it's a pretty challenging time
yeah,
for Bordeaux winemakers. It's tough in Entre-deux-Mers, in Bordeaux, Bordeaux
yeah,
Soup, but also Cru Bourgeois in many parts of Bordeaux.
yeah.
Are there kind of exercises, mental training? Are there things that you have done in your career that help and that you can help your family in terms of learning how to keep going?
Yeah, for sure. Cycling, and I think sport in general really help me In this situation, we are through a really bad moment in Bordeaux. It's really hard, but resilience is really important in sport and also in our vineyard. So, yeah, it's a really good thing for me to have this background. I want to say, and it really helped me in these days with my family, and I have lots of energy to help the estate, to help the family to grow and to shine in all the world.
So tell us a little bit about the estate, the family estate. You are
Yeah,
in Entre-deux-Mers.
yeah,
You're near to Saint-Croix-du-Mont,
yeah,
in the area. So what's the estate like? How big is it? How your own family has had it for several generations?
yeah. We are the sixth generation with my sister and my brother. Um, we have 5 properties. The biggest one is in Bordeaux, Bordeaux Supérieur, Entre-deux-Mers, which is Château de Viau. We have also property in Sainte-Croix-du-Mont where we make sweet wines. In Loupiac also where we make also sweet wines. We have also in Grave next to Langon. And the last one is in Saint-Emilion, just 5 hectares. And in total, we have, I think, 200 hectares.
So a large enough estate that it can sustain many different members of your family working in it.
I think since 150 years.
Yeah.
And my grandfather make the state change. We passed from, I think, 20 hectares to 15 hectares. And the next generation with my mother has really developed the estate. Since I think 3 or 4 years, we have about 50 hectares more. So now it's quite a lot, but it's challenging, and we try to find new plan of business, new kind of wine.
Yeah, it's actually great to have that expansion of
Yeah,
vineyard in the last few years at the
yeah,
time that many other people are kind of reducing
yeah,
their size. So
yeah.
that's positive.
Yeah, that's positive, but we have to find new business because, yeah, now the business is really complicated, and we have about 1 million bottles to sell, so it's quite a lot, and we have to find new people, new business, and with my brother, we are working hard to find this.
Now, you do something pretty interesting, I know, which connects to your former life and your current life. Coming up in October, and this is the second year, so something that you have brought back into the family, which is a kind of a celebration of sports where you
Yeah,
have cycling, running, walking, all
yeah.
kinds of different events. Could you tell us about that and how it links to your former life as a professional cyclist?
Yeah, it links with my former life. We organize a big day in the estate, the October 19th. We try to present our estate to all the people, but in a different way, because during the morning they can walk, they can run, they can ride the mountain bike, the road bike, uh, just next to the estate. Um, and during the day, we organize some visits, some tastings, also free tastings, just to show people what we do, to present the wines. And during the day, we also have food trucks, and people can eat in the cellar. So it's quite nice and really typical from the region, and people
And
loves
last
it.
year you had 1,500 people coming.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We had lots of people. The first year we were 500, and last year we were 1,500. So
And
we
how
had
many do you expect this year?
maybe 2,000 if we can.
Now, do
That
they
could
have to
be.
bring their own bicycles, or do you have those on site?
They can rent the bikes on the estate, but most of people come with their bikes.
And for people who might want to come, there are also a couple of Olympic stars who are there. So some of
Mm.
your teammates came last year.
Yeah. Some of my teammates came last year, and they will also come this year. So that's nice. And they ride with the people, and they love to share with the people their experience and their memories from the Olympics from all the races like Tour de France or all the big races we did.
Did you or did any of your teammates ride in the Tour de France either in Spain at the moment or when it was in the UK a few years ago?
I did the tour of Yorkshire in, I think, 2017 or 18. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's good riding.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that cycling is a sport which a lot of winemakers enjoy and practice. So
Yeah.
Gérard Perse of Chateau Pavie was famous for cycling 35 kilometers a day, up to 50 kilometers a day around Saint-Emilion. I know that the Perrin brothers at Beaucastel, big cyclists, seems very popular. A lot of Burgundy guys do a lot of cycling.
Yeah.
What is it, do you think, that appeals to somebody who has a winemaker's mentality to cycling?
It's just about love of nature, escape, and also self-surpassing, I think. Yeah, when you're a winemaker, yeah, always challenging. And in cycling, I think it's the same. If you want to ride a little bit more every time, a little bit more. And in wine, it's exactly the same. You want to produce a best wine each year, and I think it's quite similar.
That's great. In your life, looking back, have there been any wines, either from your own estate or from anybody's estate, that you have particularly important memories of that marked a success in your cycling career, that you opened a special bottle of wine?
From our estate?
Either your estate or another?
Yeah, we have in our estate. I remember Chateau Fernand in Grave in 2010. We opened it just after my career with my family and my friends when I came back just after the Olympics, the weekend just after, and the moment also we drink it was special. So that's why it's a special wine for me. And after a bottle out of our estates, I think Chateau Margaux 2010 also. When I knew my selection for the Olympics, I have organized a dinner with my family also, and I opened this bottle, and it was really nice.
That's lovely. 2010, Margot. And
Yeah,
you were also in the Rio Olympics in
yeah,
2016.
yeah.
And it's successful Olympics for you as well. You did great. What are your memories of that Olympics?
It was really different than in Paris because it was in Brazil and the situation was a bit complicated, especially for us, for athletes, because we had a lot of problems between the Brazilian and the organization of the Olympics. So we had a lot of security with us, and we we couldn't visit easily the city. It was special, but from my own experience, I think it has changed my life because uh, I did the Omnium in Rio, and it was on 2 days. The competition was on 2 days, and after the first day, I was first in the overall. So I was a world champion 2 years before the Olympics in Rio, and nobody thinks I could win the Olympics. And when I took the lead after the first day, I had so much media, so much pressure on me, and the second day was really hard. And after this, I had really bad moments. I think 2 months really, really hard, but it had changed my life, and I was not the same after this part of my life, and it helped me to be stronger.
And you mean in terms of having the expectation, the level of press
Yeah,
and the level of press
yeah,
interest?
yeah, exactly.
So I guess now it's how you harness the success and the media attention for helping your family estate, for helping get Chateau Villot, the name known. And are there any kind of lessons that you have learnt that might be helpful for other estates who are listening, of how to take a small family estate and to, get it well known, get it talked about?
You have to be confident. You have to work a lot, and also make great wines, of course. But it's really important to share now with social medias. It's really important to share a lot on the social media. And I'll always ask my sister to make some video, to make some nice photos. It's really important to share the maximum we can to other peoples, and it's now easier than 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and it's now really important, I think.
Because you are selling direct mainly, not through Bordeaux merchants. Most of your
No,
sales are direct.
yeah, resells all the wine directly. And it's
Yeah.
quite hard because only my mother, my brother, and me are working on it. So sometimes it's a little bit hard because I'm also in the cellar, in the vineyard. So sometimes it's a little bit hard, and the day are not 24 hours per day is not enough.
And I know that last year you've been doing the duet, the
Yeah,
diploma, the dégustation at the
yeah,
Institute of Enology, which I
yeah.
also did about 10 years ago, I guess. I can't remember
Nice.
when. But yeah, it was a wonderful program. And
Yeah.
how did you enjoy it? What are the things that you learned? So you've grown up in a winery, but what were the things that maybe you learnt from doing this enology diploma, or this tasting diploma?
It was such a great moment with me. I learned a lot with especially Axel Marshall. It was really, really interesting for me. Even I was always implicated in my estate. I had to learn a lot of things, and now I'm in the estates all the time, and I had to take responsibility, and I wanted to know more about wines, the process we make wines, and how we can progress.
That is perhaps something which you take as well from, you're used to with cycling, to rely on coaches to find the
Hmm.
best possible people
Yeah,
to improve
yeah,
every kind of micro bit of
yeah,
cycling. I guess
yeah,
a similar idea in wine making.
yeah.
Find the right people to learn from.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, and that's why I wanted to do the duad, and yeah, to share my experience and to share the experience of the best analog winemakers was really interesting. I learned a lot, and also in testing, because I used to test just Bordeaux wines, and they offered us the possibility to test world wines, and it was really interesting also to have an open mind and to see what is produced in USA or Italy, Spain.
Yeah, especially because I guess you traveled very frequently in your
Uh,
career as a cyclist,
yeah,
but maybe
sometimes.
didn't have much time to drink the local wines while you were there.
No, never, never. It was really hard during my career because I love good wines. I love to test wines, and it's a part of the culture of the country also, I think, for me. And it was difficult to stay on my goals and to focus on cycling. And now I can enjoy good moments and test many wines with my family and friends.
Let's take you back maybe 2 years. You're training, knowing that you have the Paris Olympics coming up. You also do many other road races and many things. Could you give us a typical day when you were a professional cyclist 2 years ago, and then give us a typical day today back in your family estate?
Yeah, it's really different. I think during my career, a typical day was at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, waking up, and after some stretches, uh, core also, and after
Yeah, so
depends.
working your core, strengthening your core.
Yeah, yeah,
So crucial for cycling.
yeah. It was really important. It was about 1 hour per day. After the training,
What kind of breakfast do you have as a professional cyclist?
uh, depends of my training, but cereals with milk and just this. Sometimes bread, but not often. After my training, between 4 or 6 hours, depends of the program. Back home and rest. Sometimes I went to my physio, stretching, rest the most of the time after, and sleep well.
Being in bed by what time when you're training?
Oh, I think 10 o'clock, 10 p.m.
Okay, so pretty
No,
early.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
let's now fast forward 2 years. What's your typical day like today?
Today it's more wake up at I think 6 o'clock. Um,
Okay, so earlier.
yeah, yeah, really early. Um, no breakfast, directly to work, and it depends during the period also. But now it's
Sure.
harvesting. Um, I think I finish at 8 o'clock, sometimes a bit later, but yeah, 8 o'clock. And during the day, I have
Working in the cellar all that time, working
so
either in the vineyard or working in the vineyard or the cellar through till 8
yeah,
o'clock.
right, working in the vineyards or the cellar. Also, I travel a lot to make tasting with new clients. It depends during the year. Now it's just about harvesting, and at the end of September, I will go in the north of France during 2 weeks, um, to make some tasting to try to sell the most of bottle I can.
And do you have a special Olympic bottle? Special? Have you changed the label to do some reflections of the wine of cycling?
It's not possible to use the Olympic.
The Olympic rings. That's yeah, not
Yeah,
allowed.
not possible. It's really hard. But we
Maybe you could
recreate.
do like 5 tires of a tractor, something like that.
Yeah, we have created a special bottle called Pepino. It was the name of my grandfather. And in memory to him, we create this bottle, uh, because it's really symbolic for me. And he he make a lot of for me during my career, and also for the vineyard. So it was important for us to have a special bottle homage for him. And yeah, I I work hard to develop and to make this wine the best as possible. And I hope this will be our best bottle in the next year, the best seller.
Excellent. What are the
Yeah.
stories, the people who are listening who will love this, your own personal story of coming from cycling into or back to wine? But what are the stories of your family's estate? So it's many generations, 6 generations.
Yeah,
What are some stories that
it's
people can take away with? Like, why should they look for your wines?
yeah, it's we are the 6th generation, um, always in this place. We can find on the enter of the cellar 1870, I think, when the history was born here. And my family began with really small property, and I think now we have quite a nice estate.
So at the time, you just had a few vines just in Entre-deux-Mers.
We were just in Entre-deux-Mers with one name of chateau,
Yeah.
and I think now we have about 25 or 27 name of
Different
chateau.
names.
Yeah,
And do
yeah,
you find you have a Saint-Emilion? You have maybe 5
yeah,
hectares, I think, in Saint-Emilion. Has that been useful in terms of raising the profile of
yeah.
the estates overall?
Yeah, it was a dream from my mother and my father. They have always dreaming about this, and the opportunity we had 5 years ago was just really, really interesting, and it was a good big investment for us because it's really different. The price are really different in Saint-Emilion than in
I
Entre-deux-Mers.
think it's worth saying to people listening that that is a serious difference. So if you buy in
Yeah,
Lupiac, where you have some
yeah,
hectares, you probably could buy. I'm not asking how much you pay, but for listeners, you could probably get maybe 15,000 or 20,000 euros a hectare for in Lupiac, whereas in
uh,
Saint-Emilion, it's you're thinking 100,000, 200,000, even much more than that. It is a big,
yeah,
big difference.
yeah. With 1 hectare in Saint-Emilion, you can have, I think,
You can
about
go up to several million.
40 hectares in Entre-deux-Mers. It's quite
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, so a big investment.
Yeah, yeah, big investment, and we are really proud about this.
Okay, so what is the name of your estate in Saint-Emilion? I think it has quite a special meaning.
Yeah, it's Chateau La Confidence. We decided to give this name to the chateau, um, because in cycling, it's really important to be confident, and yeah, it was a special, I say, clin d'œil about my career.
Love it. That's great. Okay, I'm not too many more questions. I'd like to ask you, let's imagine somebody is listening who wants to come to Bordeaux on holiday and
Mhm.
loves cycling or walking. Could you give maybe 2 or 3 routes that you would recommend that people should check out for cycling?
Yeah. Um, the first one, of course, is Saint-Emilion, and the city of Saint-Emilion. It's really nice, and yeah, people always love Saint-Emilion, and there is a special atmosphere here in Saint-Emilion. And
And maybe
after,
people need electric bikes for cycling around Saint-Emilion.
yeah, but now you can rent cycling bike
That's right.
in many estates. Yeah. After, they should go to Saint-Croix-du-Mont because the landscape is really, really nice. And yeah, one of my favorite part of the Entre-deux-Mers.
Yep. Yes, very beautiful.
And
And
of course,
again, very hilly. It's
yeah, really
gorgeous.
hilly. Yeah,
Yep.
really hilly.
It means
much
nothing
more.
to you. For you, it's so easy.
No, it's also difficult for me. And of
And
course,
if you
the
had a
last
third
one,
one,
yeah, next to my house and next to our estate, and then people must come to visit us, and we will receive them really nice.
we will, of course, put on the site exactly where your estate is,
Yeah,
and also information about the event that you do in October.
yeah.
What's the name of that event?
It's La Randonnée La Thomas Boudat. Because the
Okay.
first year I had so many fans who wanted to share a moment with me after the races, and the first year was just for my fans, and everybody wanted don't know, told me, yeah, you should do this for everybody, for all people. And the year after we had so many people and everybody loved it, so we keep going.
It's a great idea. It can become like the Medoc Marathon, but down in Entre-deux-Mers for cycling. Would be great. Another cycling path that I enjoy is going from the city centre of Bordeaux over to Lacanau. You can do a
Yeah,
beautiful cycling over to
yeah,
Lacanau
yeah,
and around the Bassin d'Arcachon as well,
yeah,
around the
it's
bay.
really nice, really nice. A bit far from here, but it's a really nice part also of the region.
Yeah, I think it's maybe people don't realise just how much there is around here for cycling
Yeah,
and for walking.
yeah. There are a lot of nice roads.
Yep. Do you still cycle today? What are you doing today to keep in shape? I guess you keep in shape through harvesting right now, but
Yeah,
not. But
exactly.
when the harvest is done, do you go out and cycle every day still?
I try to make cycling sometimes, but it's difficult. I have lots of work, and when I come back home, I'm a bit tired, so I rest a little bit, and I also share a lot of moments with my family and my friends, uh, because I can do that before, so I have so much things to do now, and it's important for me to share moments with my friends and my family.
Are there
Uh,
things
uh,
that you were not able to eat while you were training that you can eat
yeah,
now that you're
yeah,
enjoying?
it's different. Yeah, it was sad not eating all I could have wanted during my career, but now I can eat, I think, beef and everything.
What's your favorite food from your region or from your family? What's your favorite meal?
Oh, I have so many things, but I think um, a nice Côte de Boeuf with a great bottle of wine. It's really, it's perfect.
Unbeatable.
Yeah, unbeatable.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thanks.
And yeah, I love this idea of what you've learned from your previous life that you can bring and help not just your own family estate, but so many of the smaller properties in Entre-deux-Mers and in Bordeaux. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
And yes, and I will speak to you soon. I'm going to make sure that we come down on October the 19th. Maybe I'll do the randonnée. I'm going to do the walking.
I hope to see you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Thomas. Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
This podcast is produced in partnership with Wine Voices. It's brought to you by Wine Searcher, the world's largest online wine and spirits database. With Wine Searcher Pro, you get to see all the search results of the wines in your area, guaranteeing the lowest price. Right now, you can get 10% off a 12-month Pro subscription just by using the code JaneWS at checkout. It's a little thank you for being part of the Wine Voices community and for tuning in here. You can just follow the link in the description to get started.